Hi there, welcome back to Spring Into Math 7. I'm Mrs. Campbell, and today we're going to be talking about dividing integers. Let's get started. Okay, so before we go over the rules for dividing integers, I want to show you, kind of like I did when we were multiplying integers, there's also really cool patterns when you're dividing integers. So let's take a look. Okay, so I'm actually dividing by 2. Let's take a look. 6 divided by 2, we know is 3. 4, I'm right here. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 divided by 1 is 1. And what I really wanted to point out to you, notice how as we go farther below 0, our pattern actually repeats itself. On the top, in our positive integers, we have positive 2 divided by 2 is positive 1. Now look at the bottom. Under 0, we have negative 2 divided by 2 equals negative 1. And the pattern, again, is like a mirror reflection of itself, but in negative numbers. So that's one way. If you're struggling with the rules of dividing integers, that's another way that you could do it. It might take a little bit longer, but it is an option. Okay, so here's the great news. If you watched the last video, and if you've memorized the rules for multiplying integers, you're already done. That's exactly how you divide integers. It's the exact same set of rules for dividing integers as it is for multiplying integers. So that's exciting and pretty much could not be any easier. Let's take a look one more time just for review. Okay, remember, our positive numbers are in blue and our negative numbers are in red. We said in the last video, if you have a positive and a positive, you get a positive. Same thing with dividing. So a positive integer divided by a positive integer gives you a positive integer. Negative integer divided by a negative integer gives you a positive integer. Exactly the same as multiplication, just replace the times sign with the division sign and you're good to go. And also same thing with dividing integers as with multiplying integers if the signs are different in the two integers. If you have a positive times a negative or negative times a positive, if the signs are different, the outcome is going to be negative. So if the signs are the same, divide positive by positive, negative by negative, you get a positive. If the signs are different, the answer is negative. It can't get much easier than that. All right, let's give it a try. Go ahead, if you'd like, pause your video, grab a piece of scratch paper, and remember, the rules for dividing integers are exactly the same as they are for multiplying. Good luck. Okay, how'd you do? Let's see what our answers are. Okay, now kind of like I said when we were multiplying integers, there's absolutely nothing wrong with just doing the operations, doing the math, and then incorporating the rules for dividing integers. So let's just look at the simple numbers here. What is 33 divided by 3? That's pretty easy, 11. Now let's think about our rules. I've got a negative divided by a negative. That's going to be a positive, so our number 11 is good to go just as it is. Pretty easy. How about the next one? How did you do on negative 20 divided by 5? Again, there's nothing wrong with doing the math first, doing the operations first, then incorporating your positive or negative sign. 20 divided by 5 is 4. And we have a negative divided by a positive. It's going to give us negative 4. And our last one, 44 divided by negative 11. Again, go ahead and do the operations first. 44 divided by 11 is 4. But we have one positive number and one negative. So do you remember? We have a negative number and a positive number. So a positive divided by a negative is a negative. Can you believe it? That's all there is to dividing integers. It just can't get much simpler. Hope you've had a good time today, and we'll see you next time.